Natal. Today is 229. We're in a day of wisdom in our cipher. 2 being the number of Taurus energy ruling over the second house, finding that balance between the physical, the non-physical world, the material, and the spiritual. Removing so much gratitude. 2 is also associated with Mayat, focusing on our bonds and contracts and interpersonal relationships, keeping your heart light as a feather through all your endeavors. those definitely the key today, and doing it all up in your cipher. So as we deal with the wisdom in our cipher, today is a great day for my people born on the day of 2, whether you're born on the 2nd, the 11th, the 20th. Yeah, that's all I got for you. Those days of the month. This is a big day for you guys. 2 4s, 6s, and 8s. If you guys are born in those days, definitely dealing with like mirror reflection. Is a key for you guys on this day. Relationships, especially with dealing with Sagittarius, Juno entering Sagittarius today, which we're gonna get into when we get to the astronomical report. But yeah, so hold on. Jupiter rules over 2, being choke my energy, bringing the wisdom to our space. That's when we start exercising the knowledge that we have, and it's fun here. So we're gonna take that 2, we're gonna put it into the month of 2, still bringing us the same energy, double vibes, double the fun. We love our interpersonal relationships, we love our bonds and contracts, we love that Taurus energy, balancing the physical and the non-physical, the material and the emotional. We love the 2 of the Libra energy. Again, coming back to the fact that Juno was entering Sagittarius, so exploring these relationships is the key. Exploring your heart chakra today is a big key too. We love it here. That brings us to 4. That's Chesed. That's the Pisces Maya energy, still bringing us to keeping our heart light as a feather, right? 4 is also associated with Cancer. This is home and family. This is your nurturing self. This is your emotional self. So today could be a very emotional day for a lot of you guys, especially if you're focusing on a lot of your romantic relationships, your friendships, but not like on a group level. I'm telling you, it's really on a one-on-one, me and you type joint, right? So, heavy on that, but definitely heavy on the heart chakra and feeling our feelings today. And then today is the day of Thursday. It's the day of Jupiter. It's the day of the sacral chakra. So it's pretty interesting. So we're going to take that 4 of Chesed, which is like infinite giving and mercy and love. And, 4 is home and family of nurturing and emotional connection with the Cancer energy. 4 is also like a fixed earth energy number too. So we move in that realm. Hey, Surendra, peace. We move in that energy as well. So, dealing with that 4, we're going to put it up into the cosmos. We're going to put it into this year of 9. Everything we do, we want to harvest it, right? So this is the year of completion, wholeness, the utopia. This is the energy of foundation. The foundation of all things, because 9 deals with Yesod. That's the Cancer energy. That's the, sacral chakra. That's the divine womb. So we're going to take that 4. We're going to put it into the year 9. And the universe is going to give us back 1 and 3. This is taking action on how we feel. You know what I'm saying? So after you get done doing all this introspection and the balancing in your heart chakra and what you want in interpersonal relationships and what you want and, between material and spiritual and all that stuff, and you put it towards your chest and you're imagining with it in the netheroots and stuff like that, and you give it to the cosmos is going to push you to take action on how you feel, have knowledge on how you're feeling. That 1 and 3. 1 and 3 is a karmic debt number because it's very difficult to express what you know, and it's very difficult to take action on how you feel in this world that's telling you, hey, you got to do what we're accustomed to and what we've been taught to do, and you have to be the cookie cutter human like the rest of us cookie cutter humans, and how dare you, go against the grain and do something different, and how dare you feel something that the rest of us don't feel and try to express it, right? That has been the beginning of a lot of wars and battles, especially during the beginning of the and dictators and banks and all that shit, and economics and caste system. That you act out of bounds of any box that we put you in, you're the issue, right? That's why 13 is so difficult to do. But I think that after you guys get done focusing on all those 2s and bring it to the 4, and y'all do the Chesed and y'all all up in your sacral chakra, I think that when the universe gives you back that 13, you're really gonna know what to do with it, right? And all in all, today is a day of 4. Today is a day of Chesed. It's a day of mercy, endless, infinite giving and love. We love it here on this day of Jupiter. Chesed can be ruled by Jupiter, but it's also ruled by Neptune, being that Pisces energy, keeping your heart as light as a feather in alignment with Mayat, right? Because 4 is Mayat. And we can get into the netaroos of that. The letters associated with 4 is DMV. D being fire, taking action. M being water, all about intuition and emotions. And the letter V being about earth, bringing it into fruition. Like I said, 4 is a very strong number. Not only is it about the water, the Pisces, and fourth house of home and family, but it's also, a very fixed, heavy number. So let me shout y'all all on YouTube. I see y'all over there. I see y'all. Much love, A. Marie. Peace to the goddess. Just going around showing smaller creators love and kindness. I appreciate you. Keep pushing, keep grinding, keep positive mindset, and never lose focus on your goals. Let no one stop you, not even haters. Just know I've been there and I got your back. I appreciate you. I appreciate you wholeheartedly. Hey Harold. Peace to is that Hanex? I'm sorry, I can't read the font that you have up there, but the individual above Harold, peace to you too. The Prodigy, why can't we all just live together in harmony? I have no idea, because that's what I would love to do. I would love to live in harmony with everybody and do what I want to do without it being an issue, or without it like being a blow to my survival, because I don't want to be on a plantation for 40 hours a week. I don't deserve to have the basic resources for survival. I'm not saying I want to be lazy and live off of other people the way that rich people live off of other people. But like, I would like to be able to wake up and be like, hey, I want to sit on YouTube and teach you guys about astrology and numerology. I would like to do a sermon today. I am an ordained minister. I would like to, teach a class on what I want to teach. I would like to go do a musical performance today, or make some jewelry and, hand it out. That's what I like to do. And I don't want it to be about capitalism and did you make money today? And did you do. I don't know. But no, I can't see you, Harold. Prodigy, you had a good point. I really hope that one day we can learn to live in harmony with the lifestyles that we choose without it being a big deal. Stu. That's crazy. Hey, Vontae. Congratulations on getting married tomorrow. So let's read what this day of 4 has in store for us in the Netaroos. Are you ready? Are you ready? We already know we're dealing with the energy of my yacht, right? So y'all make sure y'all keep your heart and let it feather over there in the comments. All right, so in the Kemetic realm, of course, is Mayat or Seishat. In Canaanite, this is Zykael. In the Kabbalah, this is Jadula or Chesed. We talked about that, right? And Yoruba is Ajay, Chigulia. And the Hindu Kush is Lakshmi. We're dealing with the fourth sphere. The planet is Jupiter. The day is Thursday. Dealing with a day of 4 on a Thursday. We love it here. And yesterday was a day of 3 on a Wednesday, which is really cool because, Gemini rules over the third house. And, that's Mercury on a Wednesday. We love it here. Anyway, so today the colors is sky blue for spiritual Hakal, or yellow for planetary, if you guys want to wear those colors. Thank you for the gifts over there on TikTok. I see you. Peace, Skylar. The number is 2. And the gems is yellow sapphire or lapis lazuli. 10 is also the metal for today. As far as herbalism goes, in the bath, you want thuja, anise, or honeysuckle. As far as the oils go, you want anise and oak moss. And incense, aloes or anise. The hekau or the mantras, the words of power for today. And spiritual is shring, Shrang. Planetary is on, grain, green, grong. The spiritual direction for today is the southeast, and the moon direction is the west. As far as the personality portfolio, experiencing this day of 4 on your animal spirit, some positive emotional traits is being just, equilibrated, holistic, generous, sharing, optimistic, liberal, magnanimous, moral sense, striving for advancement and wealth in a positive manner, religious, successful, fortunate, law-abiding, fair, charitable, deferring to elders, no trafficking with evil, grateful, and prudent. Some negative traits for today is being greedy, negatively expansive for food, sex, material things, etc., pleasure-seeking, boastful, extravagant, unlawful, materialistic, wasteful, unsocial, unsuccessful, unfortunate, hypocritical regarding religion and the law, false religious, legal, and scientific tenets. Some mental traits for today: synthesis, gaining insight into things by unifying them through the use of abstract analogies, hence well fitted for the philosophical and theoretical, scientific, religious pursuits. Some social correspondence for today. As far as the careers and functions go: judges, very experienced lawyers, theoretical scientists, theoreticians, theologians, bishops, cardinals, bankers, merchants, upper echelon priests and priestesses, fortune hunters, officials, and managers. As far as the spiritual portfolio and the spiritual function for today, doctrine of divine law and order, optimism, faith, love, abundance, success in an individual undertaking, and spiritual advancement. And she walks with the Papyrus scepter. She achieves abundance. Mayat's Papyrus scepter fuses divine law with the abundance that follows from living it. Its color green symbolizes abundance and fruitfulness, while the papyrus, which was used for writing, symbolizes the book of the law. She realizes that even her enemies are integral parts of the whole and thus works and shares with them. Sasha raises her consciousness to the hall of the Metu Neter and realizes the ultimate unity of all things. There are no irreconcilable opposites of the world. This is the source of an undaunted optimism, faith, and inner joy, which reveals themselves in peaceful, genuine smile and relaxed or hetep state of being, even in the midst of setbacks and the greatest of external difficulties. Mayat, which is the divine law, is the food and drink of Ra, which is the life force. She nourishes her life force with the divine law and gives endlessly her love, which shares seeking nothing in return. There is no end to her worldly fortune, as her giving is answered from the depths of Nut. Perseverance is in adhering to a belief system based on the cosmological arrangement and synthesis of divine laws, such as achieved through the tree of life, leads to success in all undertakings, as the view of the unity that is concealed in the midst of the multiplicities that life presents to us is never lost. A collection of wise sayings and divine laws, however true, cannot save us if they are not arranged in an integral system of guiding us in our day-to-day existence. We have seen how the abstract analogies presented in this book, which is Metu Neter Volume 1, especially the symbols of the tree of life, serve to unify specifics across general categories. Unless the elements making up our belief system, whether secular or religious, are unified in this manner, they become enslaving agents of dogma. And if you guys tune in with me this Sunday, I am doing a free masterclass on energy awareness. We're definitely going to dig heavy into applicating, the concepts we went over with Build Your Own Tarot, with the Tree of Life, as well as the Metu Neter, and your astrological placements, and putting your astrology placements, whether on the tropical, Vedic, or Draconic charts, into your Sephiroths, so you can see the different levels to use your energy within yourself to manifest things, have spiritual awakenings, awareness of energy exchanges with other people in their energies or places or situations, or even with the transit chart. So I'm really excited to get into that with you guys this Sunday. Remember, it is a free masterclass. If you want more information, feel free to email me or message me, Sunshine Monie L, on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, lesnobodies at Gmail. If you guys want more information, you guys want to join the masterclass, right? Like Venus, Jupiter is responsible for the conservation, preservation, and expansion of the life force and spiritual power. It is the establisher of the physiological equilibrium and fruitfulness. Hence, it is the Fortuna Major, or the major fortune and greater healing force of the body. Its action is centered in the liver, where it is in charge of the production and storage of the blood sugar, breakdown of protein waste in the urea, and the creation and regulation of sex hormones. It also exerts a major influence of the arterial circulation and the arterial blood itself. So yeah, you're dealing with the reproductive organs, and cleansing your body. Because this is the energy of Mayat, we're being counseled to stop on our forward movement to achieve our goal and to meditate on the abstract principles that will enable us to acquire a broad view of the subject at hand. Since the material from which we must draw upon can only be acquired through many years of study and experience, middle-aged people from 35 to 56 will be most successful. Although elders are most likely to possess such experiences, their metabolism, which is already on the downswing, may keep them from achieving the great success that Mayat's hot and moist energy forecast. So, kind of sucks. Anyway, so that is the numerology, the gematria, and the nutter roots of today and today's mathematics. Let's get into the astronomical report, y'all. Hey, Oreo. Hey, VO. I don't know what Shakira looks like. I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't never tried to pay attention to that woman's face. I won't lie to you. We're on page 46. So, getting into the astronomical report, y'all. We start the day off with a 55% wanting gibbous moon. We're still in that moon of cleansing. We're cleansing the tangible things out of our space. Moon rising at 12:55 a.m. and setting at 10:15 a.m. Tropically, Vedic, and Draconic, mind, body, and soul. Our moon is sitting in Scorpio, all up in that space of empowerment, transformations, death and rebirth, secrets coming out. You know what I'm saying? This is the external side of the solar plexus chakra. So emotions is manipulating some things in our space today. We are in the first house of it. So it's in our auric body. It is, happening. We're attracting it in our vortex. So where you are spiritually, whether you're on the low side of the figure eight or the high side, remember the goal is always to be the homeostasis in the middle. But I know some of y'all gonna be high, some of y'all gonna be low. It's just a part of the game, you know what I'm saying? But just know you're going to attract that equal side opposite. Now, as far as the nakshatras go, we do start the day off at a 0 degree. It's Scorpio in the first house, which is the Visakha, excuse me, nakshatra, which is the 16th nakshatra in Vedic astrology. It goes from 20 degrees Libra to 3 degrees Scorpio. So we start the day off here, but we're not going to stay here. It's ruled by Jupiter and it's associated with the deities Indra, which is the king of gods, and Agni, which is the god of fire. This nakshatra is considered a nakshatra of ambition, success, goals, determination, and achievement. It's connected to duality, commitment, and leadership. Vishaka is ruled by Libra, which is ruled by Venus, and it represents balance, relationships, and harmony, while Scorpio is ruled by Mars, and it represents transformation, passion, and deep emotional intensity. The combination of these energies in this nakshatra, gives a unique ability to balance diplomacy and determination. The symbol of this nakshatra is the triumphal arch, or a potent flower. And this represents the idea of success, victory, and the attainment of goals. It suggests a conquering spirit that seeks to achieve great things and make a lasting impact. The deities associated with this nakshatra is Indra, which is the king of gods, and Agni, the god of fire. Indra represents power, leadership, and sovereignty, while Agni represents purification, transformation, and the fire of the spirit. And together, these deities imbue Vishaka a energy that drives towards success, transformation, and the fulfillment of higher ideals. Okay. As far as when the moon is here, let's talk about it. Individuals may feel a strong emotional pull towards achieving their goals and fulfilling their ambitions. This is a time when success becomes deeply emotional and personal, and individuals may be very focused on achieving their desired outcomes. The moon's transit through this nakshatra often heightens emotional intensity as it draws the transformative power of Scorpio. There may be moments of emotional clarity or insight as the moon activates a deep need to purify emotions and release anything that no longer serves a person's higher purpose. The moon here can bring a natural desire to lead or take charge, making a good time to step into positions of responsibility or inspire others with a sense of a vision. And people may be feel called to be a mentor or offer guidance to others during this time. Emotions run deep right now with the moon being here. And they may be driven to transform their lives in profound ways. That's why I said, like, your emotions gonna be high. The goal is to be in the middle, y'all, with that figure eight energy. Um, this can be an emotional tug of war between wanting to nurture relationships and pursuing a career or personal achievements. Learning to balance these realms is definitely key. Won't be the homeostasis in the middle. That balance of home and work life. Be serious. I prefer to focus on my business, but that's between me and you. Anywho, and I remember that's all happening in the first house. So it's happening in our energy that we're giving off our appearance, so we're attracting it in our vortex, right? As far as the sun goes, the sun rises at 6:45 a.m. and setting at 5:41 p.m. On the mind and soul of ourselves, the tropic and the draconic chart, we are in Pisces. We're in that space of imagination. Imagination. In that chesed energy of endless mercy and giving, and we love it here. Dealing with our Akashic records, things hidden beneath the horizon, being in that dreamy like state. Remember, keep in mind if your dreamy like state is creating delusions that are not real. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we can fall victim to the things that we make up in our heads and our minds. And just got to be aware of when you're making shit up. That's all. And that's all up in our experience. Your mind and your spiritual, your mind creates a part of your aura, right? That's like, the connection to your ketters and your light and your auric vibe. And so having that, awareness of that alignment of the two in your imagination. Watch that, Joan. In the energy exchanges of things, we have the sun sitting in Aquarius constellation, giving us the experiences from our society. So a lot of our delusions, a lot of the things that we're imagining in our space, is either as a result of or in alignment to our energy exchanges with society, our detachment from society, some things we need to let go of that have just been going on in our head and they don't really exist. This is all happening in the fourth house, so our emotional self is on the forefront here, home and family, intuition, third eye view, our nurturing self. I think I said nurturing already, I'm not sure. But yeah, so check your emotions because sometimes your emotional connection to society or your place in society is like, creating, I don't know why I said that in my mind. I'm thinking of an inflated ego. Like some people think that they're way more important in society than what they really are. And because they think they're way more important in certain societal spaces than they really are, they're holding on to certain mindsets and behaviors that aren't serving them. Like you don't have to do that anymore and you're actually in your own way with that you're doing. So like just let it go, baby. Just take a deep breath and let go of some of those mindsets. A lot of that is just like, things that did serve you at one point because Pisces deals with karmic energy and past life and things hidden beneath the horizon and stuff like that, but it's not serving you right now anymore. And then sometimes your imagination is serving you and helping you with creating a space for that you want to have in your energy exchange in the society. So I mean, yeah, it's up to you. You want to be like the lady in Pakistan? That's a divine alignment of Pisces Aquarius connection. You hear me? Like, lady was living in her Pisces shit and was really attracting that in her connections with society. Um, and then hubris is always the biggest lesson. So we start talking too much shit. I'm saying, I'm saying. But peace to the goddess. Anyway, as far as the nakshatra goes in that space, where the sun, I know the nakshatras deal with like the lunar mansion, but that doesn't mean that like they're still not giving off that electromagnetic field. So we can talk about the Dhanishta nakshatra, which is, you know, where the sun is at right now, the quadrant of the zodiac, or no, the quadrant of the constellation that the sun is in right now. It goes from 23 degrees Capricorn, 6 degrees Aquarius. So we're here for like one more day, because this either whether you're using a heliocentric or a geocentric model, it's always 1 degree movement a day. So we here for one more day, and his nakshatra is influenced by Mars. It's ruled by Mars, which is the planet of energy, action, courage, and assertiveness. Adds a dynamic and active energy to this nakshatra, making it one of physical strength, leadership, and aggression. So again, remember this is happening in our energy exchanges. So a lot of this is having to do with things going on in your head. So if you're feeling that resistance or stuff, it's because you're holding on to stuff that doesn't serve you. The symbol is the drum, which represents rhythm, music, the power of sound. The drum also symbolizes the ability to create harmony and balance through the rhythm, which is key theme. This nakshatra resonates with the vibration of the universe, making it a powerful force. The deity is Vasu, which is a group of 8 deities associated with abundance and prosperity. These deities are known for bringing wealth, material success, and divine protection. This energy encourages progress, achievement, and growth, and their influence can lead to success in both material and spiritual realms. Um, so that's a few keys: being having that balance between material and spiritual, success, achievement, and prosperity, financial success, wealth, original ideas and progressive causes, new technology, because Aquarius energy. Hey Adonis, technology is associated with Aquarius. Electronic communication is a big one. Mutual growth also. Physical and athletic energy is also here. Creative problem solving, going about things in a unique, progressive way, having a sense of calmness. Impatience could be like a negative space here, and having a lack of progress or when goals are not being achieved in a timely manner, it can lead to emotional dissatisfaction. So, being patient, being present because the expanded abundance is coming is a big key here. Moving gratitude, right? So that's all there with the sun. And it's all happening in the fourth house of your emotional house. The moon and Dushuba are at minimal angle today at 2:32 p.m. The moon is 3.2 degrees south. Conjunction at 3:06 p.m. The moon is 3.3 degrees south. We'll be able to observe that at 6:02 a.m. this morning with a 4.8 degree southwest separation. So Dushuba is a star in the Scorpius constellation. It's giving off that energy of Saturn and Mars. So it has the challenges to our aggressive, assertive energy, to that fire energy that we have. Also being an authoritative vibe, authoritative vibe, I guess vibe is a good word, over your solar plexus chakra, unless you gave somebody else, authority over your solar plexus chakra. I know a lot of you guys have sold your soul, your SOL, to, money, a job, the government, your parents, your society, people's expectations, or whatever. Like, that's cool. At some point in time, I sold my soul too. I'm not really in the space of selling my soul. Is it easy? No. Isn't he? No, no. Compared to what wasn't easy when I was selling my soul either. So, but it's definitely not the easiest now, but definitely in a space of learning that the spirit always gotta hold me back. You know what I'm saying? I do what I gotta do, and I do it how I gotta do it. You know what I'm saying? Um, but yeah, that's the moon in Dashupa, putting that emotional connection to that Saturn Mars connection, showing you how you feel about your SOL and the challenges that are coming to your SOL, and who has the authority over your SOL, right? Last quarter moon is today at 12:33 p.m. This moon is best visible before sunrise, which is pretty cool because now we're going from the waning gibbous to the waning crescent. So we're moving from, cleansing the tangible things to cleansing the intangible things. So we're about to start moving towards mindset, heart set, emotions, feelings. Um, Especially as we dig more into that Scorpius constellation throughout the day. You know what I'm saying? Transformations in that emotional space, moving into the next nakshatra and stuff. Um, NGC 3114 open star cluster in the Carina constellation is at the highest point at midnight for my star watchers. You guys can go out there and see that little star cluster right now. Juno enters the Sagittarius zodiac today at 10 a.m. Now, Juno is the asteroid that rules over your relationships. The story of Hera. She did everything but leave Zeus. She would not leave that man. She was turning his side chicks and his extra side kids into bears and throwing them into the sky. She was turning people's heads into snakes, and she was, casting people out and exiling people. She did everything but leave Zeus' ass. So Juno represents what will have you out here in these streets acting like Hera. Find out where your Juno is, and you'll find out what'll have you out here in these streets acting like Hera. I don't even know where my Juno is. I'll be honest with you. I think I haven't written it down, so. And since we've been having these transparent conversations, let's see. Okay. My Juno is in Libra. I do like reciprocity. It's fun here. It's in the third house too. That's crazy. Fairness is key. But that's in the Vedic chart. My Juno's in Scorpio. My Juno's in Scorpio on the tropical. We gonna leave it there. Yours is in Aquarius. Okay, you like the societal, detached, unique. You like the weirdos. We love it. I like a good weirdo though. I ain't gonna hold you. I like a somebody that go against the grain, don't want to do what everybody doing. Um, but yeah, mine's a Scorpio. Maybe I do got a thing for the hoes. I don't know. I don't want one though. Anyway, so it's in Sagittarius zodiac right now though. So the mindset on Juno is all about exploring, expanding, optimistic about finding that individual that you want in that space. Thank you, JB. All that fun stuff. So y'all might be feeling yourselves wanting to, dig into that side of yourself. Like, dang, like what do I want? Date. Don't just meet someone and say, hey, you're mine, I'm yours, we like each other, let's be together. Date, fish around, have fun. I ain't saying, throw that thing in a circle around everybody. I'm just saying date. um so that is the astronomical report. So we can get into the calendar of the things. We are in the month of Makir in the ancient Kemetic calendar, which has 3 seasons, 4 months a season, 30 days a month, and 10-day weeks, which are called decans. We are in the season of Peret that goes from January to May. So it goes from the frozen soil to the soil, loosening up, and the worms and all that fun stuff going, hey, Leah love. This is ruled by Horus, or Ra. Ra is, eyes are associated with protection and power, while the eye of Horus represents protection from evil. The eye of Ra represents the fear. So, This is the growing season continues, agricultural activities like planting and all that fun stuff. And we're preparing for the springtime. We are still setting our intentions because we are in the mutable winter energy. You know what I'm saying? We're being mutable here in the winter vibes, but we are still in the winter vibe. So this is kind of like a bipolar back and forth type thing. And we do this every Pisces season. I don't know why y'all acting like y'all not in alignment with nature. I know some people in the world still are not in alignment with nature, and I get that. So I see like a lot of different posts on the internet and why is the weather so bipolar? When has the weather not been bipolar around mutable signs? Mutable signs are for when the weather is mutable. Like, I don't understand. We do the same shit every year. And then we're going to get into the cardinal spring. And the cardinal spring is going to start building itself up to being in fixed spring. And then we'll be in Taurus and things get all pretty and the flowers start growing. And we love it here. Like, oh my God, look at the flowers. Look at the aesthetics. Look at the physical. That's in alignment with the non-physical because we was all praying for this in the wintertime, wasn't we? Yes, like, do you see where we're going? How much in alignment we're nature? Can we stop being surprised when nature does what nature does? It's I won't say it's annoying. I'm used to it now. I think that some of these NPCs up here just like complaining, and that's cool. Anyway, in the Hebrew calendar, we are in the energy of Shabbat. Thank you for the FYP up there too. I see you. Shabbat goes from January to the end of February. We're here till February 28th. The keywords for this month are growth, renewal, and connection to the land. Shavuot marks the beginning of the rainy season in Israel. It's a month of growth and renewal, symbolizing the fruit-bearing season in the spiritual sense. So that's what we have for here in the Hebrew calendar. As far as this month has this year of nine of harvest of for foundation and giving birth to the things and reap what you sow, so like you're going to reap it, has been brought to us by wisdom in our cipher and wisdom in our power. 2025 is heavy in this energy of fire, Mars, and new beginnings. This 5 is associated with Hero Kahudi, Ogun, Mars energy, which is the celestial enforcers enforcing the internal law of Mayat that we was on heavy last year in the year of 2024. 2 dealing with Maya, 4 also dealing with Maya, in the year of 8 of transformation and secrets coming out. Anything that was not in alignment with Maya, they was getting a business told. And so this year we are enforcing all the business that has been told. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, and the alchemy energy, we are in the year of gold, right, and this is being passionate, interesting, and faithful people, attracting many people, being generous, kind, and long lasting relationships this heavy year. Love of luxury and spending money, ambition and willpower. We're in the West African horoscope, we're in the energy of amber, blessing the natives with a sense of morality as well as rebellion, giving unique instincts, adventurous, be methodical and organized with your adventurous self. You know, we don't want one without the other. It's not going to go well. Being highly passionate about our material goods will make them easily lost. As far as the Native American horoscope goes, we are in the energy of the wolf. And I have to update my notes because I ain't even put that on my forecast thingy yet. And we gonna fix that. I don't know why I didn't do that yesterday. But it's okay. I got my notes over here, guys. So the wolf is the frog clan. They're quick and elusive, great at adapting, and great willpower. Do not fall to influence. Wolves are omens and have great healing powers, good intuition, and brings a sense of life and death. In the Druid calendar, we are in the energy of the Rowan. This is the thinker, Druid or Celtic, either. The animal is the green dragon. The stone is the peridot, being original, keen, visionary, morale, free thinker, naturally creative. People in his energy always seek harmony and balance. They're very romantic and always need love to complete their happiness. As far as the Chinese zodiac goes, we're in the energy of the wood snake, a period of transformation, creativity, wisdom, and unpredictability, flexible in diplomacy, opportunities amongst the challenges, and being physical, your vitality in the physical realm. So that's that there. As far as the comedic week goes, we are in the decan of Jeb. We're here till February 28th, being persistent, reliable, god of earth. Laughter starts earthquakes, faithful, open, sensitive, and shy. We are in the day on the Hebrew calendar and Ram Chamishi. This is the 5th day or Thursday. And on the fifth day, God created the creatures of the sea and the birds of the air. This is Genesis 1:20 to 23. It is a day associated with movement, life, and the creation of living beings. The fifth day represents freedom, expression, and the divine spark of life. It is also associated with renewal and inspiration, as the animals that populate the earth are given the ability to move freely. The keywords for Thursday or the fifth day is life, movement, and inspiration. Y'all. As far as the Hindu calendar goes, we're in the day of Lord Brihaspati. The planet is Jupiter, of course. Lord Brihaspati is the guru of gods and the deity of wisdom, knowledge, and education. Jupiter is the planet associated with wisdom, abundance, and divine grace. Is closely related to Lord Brihaspati's qualities of righteousness and spiritual insight. Some associated activities. Thursdays are dedicated to seeking blessings for knowledge, spiritual progress, and wisdom. Is considered an auspicious day for prayers and rituals related to learning, prosperity, and inner growth. People also observe fasting on Thursdays and may donate yellow colored items, which is associated with Jupiter. So that's that there. As far as the forecast goes, today's the day of the sacral chakras, the space of joy, abundance, and wisdom. Um, this is the Svatisthana. I know I butchered that. It's Svatisthana. And this is where your being is established. This is below the navel or above the pubic bone, if you want to imagine where your sacral chakra is at. Um, you can imagine in that space a pyramid that's orange 635 or 590 in wavelength of orange. VAM or string SHRING, or the hakows, or the long E vowel sound, if you want to make that sound like, spread it out. B note for my musicians, that's the key for today. But yeah, like I said, generosity, luck, wisdom, pleasure seeking, joy, expression, creativity, sensual energy, and sexual energy is on the forefront of today, giving birth to the things that you want to see into fruition, right? And it's really cool that today is a day of 4 on a day of Jupiter. It's like we're getting a divine alignment with the days of the week, the numerology, and the astrology, especially with Juno entering Sagittarius. Jupiter rules over Sagittarius energy too. So exploring in abundance, if you guys want to focus on those, relationships, romantic relationships and stuff like that, like it's a cool day. Make some dates today. You know what I'm saying? Today is being ruled by Jupiter or Batala energy. On the internal side of the sacral chakra, that's ruled by Pisces. That's the angel on the shoulder and the little cartoons saying, hey, this is the law. And then you have the Sagittarius devil on the other side, like, hey, fuck that shit. You know what I'm saying? But if you really paid attention to the cartoon, you would see that they actually go hand in hand. While one is like the dream like energy and the thoughts and stuff like that, my guy in the fire, which is acting out, and you're in the middle and you just choose. You're supposed to be choosing the balance between the two. How are you going to balance that Maya or that Pisces and that Sagittarius energy, right? But Pisces is Olukun, while Sagittarius is Obatala. Pisces is Maya, universal love, law, justice, and truth. The fourth Sephiroth, which is balance, the celestial government, and divine blueprint. Now, when we get into the Sephiroths, this energy actually rules over the fourth sphere, which is the throat chakra, which is Jula, which is mercy. Sagittarius is Tahuti, the oracle, sage, and wisdom. The second sphere, or the second Sephiroth, the power of knowing and manifesting, which is the brow, chakra, chokma, or wisdom. So that's that there. So we went over the astrological, astronomical, numerological update. So let's get into the planetary hours that's in alignment with the Chaldean order, right? We are on the day of Thursday. Thursday is ruled by Jupiter. So of course we start at 12 a.m. in the hour Jupiter. 12 a.m. to 1 a.m. is Jupiter. 7 a.m. to 8 a.m., 2 p.m. to 3 p.m., and 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. This is a good space for growth, expansion, studying, joy, the sacral chakra, creativity, your sensual, sexual self, getting the downloads from the oracle sage, and dealing with your chokma, your wisdom center, as well as your sacral reproductive self. Jupiter is sitting over there in Gemini. That is the space of community and communication. It's in the seventh house of balance, harmony, and justice and truth. So staying in your truth with the community will do you well. Now, over on the Vedic, the energy exchanges of things, Jupiter is still sitting over there. And Cancer, home and family, expansion and abundance to that space. No. The second house. Shit. I'm tripping because I'm tired. Taurus. That's the balance between the physical and the non-physical, the emotional and the spiritual, what you value and what you prioritize. So Jupiter is providing expansion and abundance to that space. And it's cool because we're at an 11 degree in Gemini today. So that degree of mastery, community, and communication, and your space of truth and justice. Do that on a Thursday on a day of 4. Sounds real good to me. So, the hours of Mars, this is a space of aggression and assertive. What gets you going? What motivates you? You know what I'm saying? Mars hours are from 1 a.m. to 2 a.m., 8 a.m. to 9 a.m., 3 p.m. to 4 p.m., and 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. Mars is still sitting in retrograde to the end of this month. It's in Cancer, which gives us more so time. Instead of acting things out, we're being more inward and having introspection and nurturing our solar plexus chakra and having more insight on what motivates us, what angers us, what gets us going and stuff like that. Um, it is happening in the eighth house of empowerment, but remember this is happening in retrograde, so we're still being slow in the movement area. My fire babies, especially my Aries, wherever you have Aries at in your chart, you guys might not be feeling motivated in that area like you usually do not be alarmed. We're still in the winter time. It's beautiful winter. It's okay. Relax. We're not there yet. New Year's doesn't start on the tropical chart until March 20th, and it doesn't start in our energy exchanges until April 17th. It's okay. You got time, baby. All right. Just use this time to go slow and steady and really plan out and be methodical because Mars is methodical, right? This is the gut that controls the mind, and everything starts with the thought. And we like it when our thoughts is methodical and not just pulling shit out of his ass, right? So be mindful of that. We're in the energy of the wood snake, so being impulsive, there is no room for that this year because it's not going to go well. It's not going to go to your liking. We talk about this every day. But I know some of you guys in here are pretty new, so I feel like I got to repeat that. You know what I'm saying? Mars is in Gemini on the Vedic chart, so we are moving in retrograde with attracting the community that you're supposed to have. We got into this pretty heavy yesterday, didn't we? So I won't go too hard into it today, but the community is waiting for you to like flow into, what you are supposed to be doing. And that's why it's a great time to have introspection of exactly what it is that you're trying to do and how you're trying to do it. The hours of the sun is from 2 a.m. to 3 a.m., 9 a.m. to 10 a.m., 4 p.m. to 5 p.m., and 11 p.m. to midnight. Now the sun deals with, that really hurts. I've been feeling this pain for the past few days. The sun deals with your energy too, but not on the same level as Mars. Mars deals with it with an aggressive, assertive type of level, while the sun more so deals with your vitality, okay? And your experiences and your expression. And so we talked about the sun being over there on Pisces on your mind and soul, the tropical and the draconic chart, and it's sitting in Aquarius in your energy exchanges of things. So you're experiencing your unique, innovative, letting go, revolutionary energy. Also dealing with society and electronic communication while your mind and your soul is on your belief system and what you believe things to be. So wherever your beliefs are, wherever you're expressing your beliefs, wherever you're expressing like, your things hidden in your subconscious and your dreams and stuff like that, that is the society you're going to be around. Everyone is entitled. I choose myself in my life. I'm glad you said that, High Princess, because that is going to gravitate what when it comes to your Mars and you being motivated towards your choosing yourself. Guess what? Mars is also in Gemini on the Vedic chart, so you're going to attract that communication skill. Gemini deals with intellect, which you're going to be focused on, or if you might be all over the place on different facets of yourself, which is perfectly fine. Or like the different kind of community you're going to attract by you being focused on yourself. Same thing with the sun, your expression, your experiences, your mind and soul is on that. Like, I believe that this is space where I need to choose myself. And guess what? You're going to be in the societal circle that's going to, gravitate to you. You're either going to gravitate to other people that are about themselves or whatever, or you're going to find yourself in that sense of isolation. You're going to see yourself like letting go of certain things that are not in alignment, mostly people and connections, communities and like, stuff like that. But it's really about where you're at. Like, yo, when I tell you this is the year of really reaping what you sow, and your mindset is key. And that's why, like, there's a lot of stuff going on in these ones and zeros that's trying to pull your belief. Like, believe in me, believe in this, believe in that, believe in this, believe in that. And it's because they know, like, your mindset power. And a lot of these people are grasping at straws to keep a community or keep a society underneath their thumb so they can continue to exist. And they know for a fact they're not going to be able to exist to the same extent that they've been existing, because so many people have turned their backs. Whether you're talking about CEOs, celebrities, certain religious leaders and cult leaders and teachers and different kind of systems and organizations. A lot of people are grasping at straws, because it's like, yo, if we don't have a crowd, if we don't have students, if we don't have followers, if we don't have investors, we might cease to exist. So let's do what we got to do to keep these energies, in alignment and, invested in us, and like I say, you got people like you, High Princess, and I ain't mad about that. I choose me. And so you want to surround yourself around different people, places, things, situations, and ideas that are going to reflect that, choosing you. You know what I'm saying? I like that. Ain't nothing wrong with it. But yeah, that's that Sun and Mars connectivities. Venus hours are from 3 a.m. to 4 a.m. We about to enter the Venus hour over here on the East Coast. We about to exit this hour of the sun. 10 a.m. to 11 a.m., 5 p.m. to 6 p.m., and then midnight, of course, we start the Venusian day on an hour of Venus. Now, Venus is about dealing with aesthetics, creativity, artistic stuff, beauty, all that fun stuff. We start the day off with Venus being at a 9 degree, a degree of completion and wholeness, especially on this day of 20, because this is the first day of the third decan of the month. So this is the decan of expression and creation and all that stuff, which is pretty cool, because yesterday was an actual day of 3, and I was kind of like pre-gaming us for us entering the third decan. So I think that's a pretty dope vibe. But yeah, Venus is in that 9 of utopia, completion, and wholeness. There's no number higher than 9 in that Venus, in that Aries energy. So Venus is about to enter the fixed 10 degree of Aries. We about to, get up out of this cardinal John and be fixed in those new beginnings, the aggressive assertiveness. And now, like, I was introducing myself to the idea of new beginnings and my heart chakra and what I valued and prioritized and wealth and love and stuff. But now I'm really about to be 10 toes down in this shit and the new beginnings of the things that in Venus is V. That's the number 4. We're in a day of 4. V, Venus, vortex, vibrations. Think all those V words in alignment with one another. And it's happening in the 5th house. So tapping into your inner creative self, your inner thespian self, your inner child will definitely help you make sense of some of the new beginnings that you feel like are happening to you instead of for you. You know what I'm saying? In the energy exchanges of things, Venus is sitting over there in Pisces still. So we're still experiencing, the things that our imagination created. When we were in tropical Pisces. So we're experiencing things beneath the horizon, Akashic records, and the karmic energy and stuff like that. Dreams, the things that we dream are very much reflecting what we experience in our waking life. So being mindful of that too, the connection between the Vedic and the tropical realms of things. Yeah. If I never tell anybody I want to save to defeat the spirit of sheep in my life, it's a mistake you made. In my life, you finished to give me all your life and all your blessings in life forever and ever. Or you be writing like songs to me or something? Because you're writing like proverbs and it's pretty dope. Oh, excuse me if I sound ignorant in that realm of things. But yeah, so Venus is over there, Aries in the 5th house, hella fire around the heart chakra, motivating us and give us ambition and that childlike energy around our priorities. And I say, go back to your inner child about what you valued and what did you want to be when you grew up. I'm pretty sure there are certain pieces of that still apply to today, right? Mercury's hours are from 4 a.m. to 5 a.m. 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. and then 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. Mercury deals with communication, learning, trading, and traveling, dealing with your self-scheduling, self-management, moral and integral code, routine and habits, you know, throat chakra vibes. Mercury in our mindset is sitting over there in Pisces, so invoking the things in our imagination, our subconscious hidden beneath the horizon. It ain't about nothing to speak into existence the stuff that you want to bring into fruition right now. And I think that's really what a lot of this planetary lineup, especially when y'all go outside and y'all look at everything being lined up in Pisces and Aries energy. And these planets been lined up since like the end of January, right? And they're going to be lined up all the way up until we experience the eclipse out in March. So like, yo, we've really been lined, like the stars have been in alignment in that, creating a magic wand for us to really live in our delusions, our illusions, our imagination, our vortex. That's why it's been so like, yo, y'all gotta be so careful with the energies that y'all let into yourselves. Yeah, like, please arm yourselves, arm your mental space, arm your heart, arm your energy. And it's not just the internet, but the internet is a big one. And I know y'all know the energy is a big one. And guard your children, because you know that fifth house is the babies. You know what I'm saying? Guard your children, because you know if they coming for us, and some of us ain't got the half of sense God gave us. You know they coming for our babies, and our babies, a lot of our babies be sitting on this internet all fucking day long, and they're trying to mold that mindsets and create fear, and you know, you're this and you're that, and you got this mental illness and you got that mental illness, and you're lacking in social skills, and be alone, and don't trust the world, and it's dangerous and it's scary and all that shit like that. Like, yo, don't fall into that. Hey, K-Sean, don't fall into that shit. It's all a ruse. You know, monitor your babies, because they rusing on our children. But yeah, Mercury is over there in Pisces with the thing. It's in the fourth house of nurturing our intuition, our third eye, and all that fun stuff. Now, Mercury in the Vedic and the actual happiness is still sitting over there in Aquarius energy. It should be entering the mutable part of Aquarius at this point, because we are 10 degrees in that degree of earthly. So you're really solidifying the things today, you know, with Mercury being at a 10-degree Pisces. So you should be about like between fixed, maybe like a 17-degree Aquarius Mercury should be at, if I'm doing the math correctly in my head. So with that being said, you're in that fixed, being detached and innovative, unique ways of doing things, you know. So as you're, you know, speaking it in your mindset, you know, you're definitely solidifying the society to align with. And this is all gravitating to your home and family, and your nurturing and your emotional self. So this will tie you right back into that Mars energy that's over there in Cancer, that rules over the fourth house that Mercury is in, right? So, you know, you seeing that tie between Mercury and Mars right now, you know, and also seeing that tie between Mercury, the Sun, Saturn, Neptune, and Venus right now. They're all in alignment together too. Um, Really experiencing like who you giving authority to is affecting your experiences. It will be affecting how your flowers bloom in your garden in Aries season. Who, what kind of challenges, how you are ingesting and observing and choosing to experience and express your challenges is going to affect your reality too. Heavy on that. And I feel like at this point that should be just like common knowledge, like duh, Nika. Okay, yeah, duh. But you see how the stars are in alignment for this shit to be for real, right? Like we're out of that, like that snow between the channels of Pisces and Aquarius age. We're in the middle of the snow. So you have all these transits and these major planetary transits in Pisces energy. You know, Saturn sitting over there on the tropical and draconic chart. Neptune sitting over there until like next month, and then it'll finally enter Aries, which is going to be a big planetary shift. Like, are you, listen, Neptune has been in Pisces since 2012. Like, y'all don't feel that shit? Y'all not excited? If you don't start jumping for joy before I punch you. Like, you're really about to start living in the things that you asked for. You know what I'm saying? Peace, everyone. Great to know so much is in alignment. Definitely been feeling and seeing it. A lot of good energy. A lot of good energy. Right. I agree. And thank you, Keishawn, for posting the information. I appreciate you. But yeah, that's Mercury. And then the moon's hours are from 5 a.m. to 6 a.m. 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. and then 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. And the moon is all about introspection, nurturing, home and family, emotions, third eye energy. So in this space, you might want to focus on meditating, doing some emotional work, some emotional journey. You might want to cry. I don't fucking know. Like, do something that makes you feel good. It's all about how you feel, at this point in time with the moon. But I definitely like am heavy on the meditation and breathing and paying attention to your third eye and your third eye's experience, right? Hey, love, peace, peace. Oh, the family is here. Look at that. We love it here. How you feeling this Pisces season? I see you up there. Um, we talked about the moon being in Pisces all across the board. Tropical, Vedic, and Draconic energy. The moon is over there. I mean, not the Pisces. Shit, Scorpio. I'm tired, y'all. Yes, we do. I bet you do. Don't you got a bunch of Pisces placements over there? Or am I mistaken? I feel like we had this conversation too many times. But yeah, the moon is over there in Scorpius energy. Um, across the board, and it's giving that transformation and empowerment and rebirth and the truths coming out, and a lot of that is going to be going through your third eye, introspection, as you sit there and you do the work and you go outside and ground yourself. It's cold as shit to be going outside and grounding yourself, but some of y'all are here for it. Some of y'all like to plunge yourself in ice cold water, so go plunge yourself in some ice cold with air. It's your world. I believe you feel it. Pisces moon. Yeah, see, I knew you had a bunch of Pisces placements. Sun, Venus, Lilith, and Descendant. Jesus Christ. You getting by? I feel you. I feel you. I got a bunch of Virgo placements, so I was sleepy. I was tired. That's my ops energy. Um, but yeah, peace to you and all them Piscean placements. It's fun there. Especially, like, do you feel like Neptune making that shift, going about to make its way out into Aries? Because I know Neptune is like a heavy planet being in its home space. But it's still in Pisces on the Vedic chart. It's early Pisces too. So it's like only in like 4 degrees in the Pisces constellation. You have a Scorpio stellium. Oh, so you got the moon over there right now too, and then the Virgo being the ops. Oh, you got a lot going on over there. I knew when you came in here. I was like, yo, you the one. I knew you was the one to feel all this Pisces shit and nobody else. But yeah, Neptune is a very heavy planet, and it's been there since 2012. It's been the provider for a lot of spiritual awakenings, which has been very interesting to hear everybody's story around 2011, 2012 era when Neptune started, entering in Pisces energy. And like I said, it's exiting out of the tropical and the draconic and within the next 30 days or so, but it still will be there in Vedic. So all the work we have done in our mind and in our soul, we're going to experience the work. So for those of you guys who have not been doing the spiritual work, whew, baby, call me for energy awareness course, because I know y'all gonna be all over the place. Um, but for those of you guys who have been doing the work to the point where you're very much in tune with what spirit is doing and the energies around you, and you're closing up some karmic cycles in your personal and your lineage and your bloodline and your culture and your country and your ethnicity and your race, where it's so many different portals that need to be closed up, that are hidden beneath the horizon, that arise in our dreams and all that shit like that. Like, for those of you guys that are standing on your post and doing the work, and kudos to you guys. The reward is coming, especially when Neptune enters that Aries now. Granted, it's still gonna be crazy because we still in the year 2025. This is the energy of the celestial enforcer. So Neptune entering Aries can be a little crazy too, because it's bringing a lot of stuff to the subconscious and that realm of Ogun energy, which is war. That's the iron, that's the weapons, that's the fire. We've been experiencing fire in crazy ways already, with the planes falling out of the sky and catching on fire all over the place. Yeah, that's heavy Aries energy, y'all. The military is about to come to the forefront with some certain things too. I keep telling y'all, keep a dream journal, especially when Neptune enters Aries. Some of y'all gonna be having quote unquote nightmares. You really got to change how you ingest some of these visions that you have. A lot of you guys are getting the visions that we need to let us know what specifically in our space will be experiencing the new beginnings. You know what I'm saying, in that fire type realm. And so, just working on how you ingest your dreams and express and all that stuff like that. But that's all there. Last but certainly not least, we have re wall for real. And I currently am dealing with Pluto square and Pluto. Oh, really? So you got the square with the Pluto over there in Aquarius. Mm, interesting. I guess Pluto is square my Pluto too, isn't it? I never thought about it like that before. Cause I really don't be thinking about Pluto stinking ass. Hey Dimples. I really don't. But Pluto is square my Pluto. Oh, huh. Isn't it though? It is what it is. I'm so used to catastrophes. I'm over here numb as shit. I'm at this point. Listen, I'm towards the end of my Saturn return. Thank you so much, Dimples. I appreciate you. Thank you. I'm towards I'm in the Draconic Saturn return right now. So at this point, I am numb. Pluto can't do. You know what? I ain't even going to challenge Pluto. I know Pluto can come for me if Pluto really wanted to. But at this point, I'm fucking, I'm fucking numb. It's weird here. I was feeling that the other day too. I was like, bro, I don't know what's going on. I started pushing tears out my eyes because I'm like, I don't know. Like, I feel like I should feel something. Look, there go a tear. I feel it. I don't know what's wrong. I don't feel like I'm here right now. But it came brought to my attention that the sun was entering Pisces on the Draconic in the Vedic chart, which is in alignment with my Saturn in Pisces on my personal chart. So it was like, yeah, you ready to experience some of this Saturn shit? Like, oh, bro. But yeah, so the Saturn, speaking of Saturn, last but not least, the hours of Saturn are from 6 a.m. to 7 a.m., 1 p.m. to 2 p.m., and 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Saturn deals with long term planning just as much as Jupiter does, but Saturn very much focuses on like the challenges, restrictions, limitations that come into our space, survival of self, authority figures, that root chakra shit, the different stuff that comes to our space that causes us to create different boundaries, discipline, and order that we have. Um, and like I said, Saturn is still sitting at a 19 degrees, knowledge being born on that Pisces energy, which brings us to knowledge in our cipher. Oh, I had so I was on Killer Priest Podcraft earlier today, right? And my man's was shouts to Nick Westbrook because he was spitting knowledge. So, I was born on the 19th, so I'm excited because I'm almost to my half birthday, whatever the fuck. I'm making it about me. But he was like, yeah, I thought about this before, but not, but I think about it, but I don't think about it, right? So he's like, yeah, 19 is the sun card. Okay, boom. So Saturn is over there near the sun card, right? Walking through the kingdom with, in that childlike energy. So while we're dealing with challenges, you got to have that childlike mindset with how we're completing the challenges. And then the 1 and 9 comes into the 10th, which is the Wheel of Fortune card. Children be trusting. You know what I'm saying? You got to trust the universe. You got to trust the process. You got to, trust that everything's going to work in your favor. And then the 10 card goes to 1. That's the Magician card. You utilize all the elements in your space. And I'm like, yo, if that's not the way to deal with the degrees when they're in these placements, I'm about to start doing that with y'all. I don't know why I didn't think about that shit before. What the fuck? We're about to expand today's mathematics. Thank you to Nick Westbrook. And I'm like, bro, you just gave me a whole like rabbit hole on how I'm about to start doing shit on my shit. Thank you. So we like it there. We love it there. But yeah, so Saturn is giving us the challenges on our spiritual level, a lot of the things that we've been experiencing. And I told you guys about that before, like how we're dealing with the transformations of authority over on this realm. A lot of people have been in authority because they've been deceitful. You know what I'm saying? You got the IRS, you got the government, you got corporations, you got CEOs, you got countries, you got these different jobs, you got the manager, you got the education system, you got your dusty ass grandparents and their parents and them parents. Like you got all these different people, places, things, situations, ideas that have been in authority spaces because they have been deceitful, because they have not been honest and truthful, because they've been creating these, these visages and stories that have been putting the fear in y'all hearts to have y'all moving a certain kind of way and walking around with y'all heads down and dragging y'all knees. You know what I'm saying? So now all that stuff is being covered. We're not really dealing with that shit no more, right? We don't want to deal with that shit no more, and we're not going to do that. And so, we give thanks to Saturn because Saturn and Pisces is giving that type of vibe. It's also in the fourth house, which is introspection and nurturing and the maternal energy and home and family and third eye vibes and stuff like that. And so, yeah, that's what it is. Saturn is sitting over there in Aquarius, so it's still providing like the energy exchange, the actual experiences. So while mentally this is happening to our subconscious and our dreams and things hidden and delusions on our mindset, challenges are, it's affecting our society, us as a society, us as a whole, our innovation, our ability to let go of those mindsets and those behaviors and traditions and boundaries and how we've been ingesting those challenges, right? And like I said, the sun is over here in alignment with Saturn, Mercury, Neptune is in Pisces on the tropical and on the Vedic at this point, but still they're all in alignment in Pisces. So like I said, you got the alignment with the sun, Mercury, Saturn, Neptune. Then you have the North Node happening there. So it's all going towards like the energy that we're flowing towards where we're growing. We're growing to a space of spiritual beginnings. You know what I'm saying? And at some point, the North Node will go back into Aries. It'll lock back in with the Draconic chart, and we're going to have a great time here. But in the meantime, in between time, Neptune and the North Node are both at a 28 degrees, which is balance, harmony, wisdom, law, justice, and truth on that 8, on that transformation, building and destroying, and the energy that has been in power lately, which brings us to 10, which is the earthly realm. So just how this stuff is happening in the above is also happening in the below. And I talked to you guys about that before. You see all this shit happening in human and the physical, but that's also happening in the spiritual realm too. A lot of different spirits have been doing things they ain't had no business doing. So they're being demoted into rocks. You gotta go be a mountain, nigga. Like you don't get to be like a spirit that gets summoned anymore because you was over here answering some nut shit. You was letting people do the adrenochrome bullshit, and you was letting these celebrities and these governments run free. All they had to do was create a pentagram with you in the middle and shit. Y'all was over here allowing some nut shit happening for y'all ego, and for that reason y'all gotta go. And so you might see like a lot of people passing on to the next life as well because their energy has to go take its place into the next life, especially a lot of people that have been devoting a lot of energy towards the spiritual, mental, emotional advancement of society. It's going to be their time to go over to the next life because they have something to do on the other side. They have to go take some space up over there. So we don't mourn, we celebrate because we know what the fuck that is. You know what I'm saying? It's a promotion on the other side. We know that certain energies is getting replaced, right? Now, in the space of new beginnings, as we go through that Piscean energy, we got Venus in Aries, and then we have Chiron. Venus is on its way to Chiron. Chiron is over there at a 20 degree. So we got like another week or so before Venus gets to that 20 degree. Because right now it's at a 9 degree. So it's in that space of completion and wholeness. It'll be in fixed Aries for the next week or so. And then now after it gets fixed on that new beginning, you're going to have to face some wounds, before we get to that springtime. Because there's certain wounds that it's just there's no space for them to continue to come here. You know what I'm saying? And when by the time the sun gets into Aries and when the sun starts to get close to Chiron, we don't want to keep experiencing the same wounds over and over again. Now, granted, there are some patterns in certain entities and organizations and businesses, especially, the financial system. They're real heavy on this New Year's and Aries season. And usually around Aries, Taurus season, that's when CEOs and bank bankers and all them, they start getting weird. They start unaliving themselves and each other. It gets weird here. We know that. We done went through the cycle with it. Every year they come up with some shit about the Titanic again. Every year, like it never fails. Like, what are y'all gonna do with the Titanic this year? Jesus Christ! A plane comes down, and just so happens to be on that plane with some major bankers or banker family members. Then somebody over here threatens some shit, and now they're threatening the longevity or the life expectancy of, you know, the stock market. And you know, they do the same shit every year. I don't know why y'all keep acting like y'all surprised and everybody keeps losing their fucking minds. It's annoying. Anyway, but you know, at this point, on some personal shit, by the time, you know, let Venus do the things that it's going to do in Chiron, you prioritize, you value, heal that heart chakra, the balance between the material and the emotional, you know, the physical and non-physical with that Venus energy. And so when the sun gets there, all of this stupid shit don't phase y'all no more. Like, can we get there? I know these NPCs aren't going to get there, and I know a lot of these bot accounts and bot people, they help keep the narrative to going to make other people believe that motherfuckers still not in alignment with the patterns and the cycles. But can the majority of us that is already on this type time already know at that point in time, like, oh, y'all just playing, y'all do this shit every year? This is Groundhog's Day. You know what I'm saying? Like, here we go again with y'all Aries bullshit. Like, um, and that's how that's gonna flow. And let me before I show y'all the cards I pulled. Every time I watch Give Me a Break, the TV show, the intro song invokes emotions and I want to cry. Give me a break. What's that? I fell asleep with Sunshine's Instagram post playing on repeat. In my dream, I was like, wow, Sunshine is getting popular. I hear her everywhere. It be like that. Y'all know it's going to hit Mercury at 3 degrees Aries. North Node is in my 7th house. The current North Node is in your 7th house. Well, that's cool. So are you in the justice system in any type of way, shape, or form? Agreed. I'm happy we got Hidden Helpers, right? An old school TV show. I don't know. I gotta check that out. It's certain videos I watch when I feel people experiencing joy. I feel myself get choked up. I don't know. Joy makes me cry. Sadness doesn't make me cry anymore. Atashi. Am I what? Are you associated with the justice system in any type of way? Do you like advocate for stuff, or do you find yourself in a courtroom a lot dealing with other people's shit, or like some type of justice scales type of thing? But we pulled this card last time, the wealth card for the 19, knowledge being born. We are in Mercury and Jupiter, expanding and finding generosity and optimism in our throat chakra, how we communicate things, trusting the system. That is the theme again for you guys. Just reminding y'all, this is where we are, especially on this day of Thursday, right? On this day of 4, expansion and abundance. You know, staying optimistic during this day because you are the creator, you are the writer, you are this is the wands, right? Yeah, you are the one that's writing your actions. I think I pulled this card when I was talking about Mars, actually. So, you know, just being mindful that, you know, this is a space of introspection on your ambition and motivation, and not so much actually acting it out just yet. We are in that 6 of Wands. Some of you guys are choosing violence always, and that's okay. It's all right to choose a little violence, yo. But like I said, remember, we are in the year of the Hera Kahuti energy. This is Ogun. This is Mars. It's gonna be a lot of war, a lot of militant energy. You know, fires coming into play. A lot of people choosing violence and chaos. But just like how we said, like once upon a time, like years ago, especially in 2020. What was that? 2020 was the year of 4 when we started introducing the idea of Maya, and we said that like when the revolution comes, it is not going to be easy. It is going to be warlike. It is going to be a lot of fire and da da da. It might not be exactly what we envision. It may not be like some Hunger Games, Mad Max bullshit. I don't know why that's what y'all want to get. Like some of y'all wanted Mad Max so bad. I don't understand. That's not what I want. I want to be able to go chill in my hobbit hole and make herbs and shit, and you guys got to go through an adventure through the desert to find my ass, and I help you out and I sing some songs from a Disney movie and shit, and I send y'all on y'all fucking way. Like, that's what I want for me. I don't know why y'all want some crazy, we out here and we're breathing through mask, and I had to have a eyeball put in my eye made out of steampunk metal or shit. I don't want none of that shit. Uh, you speak that to yourself. You keep that vortex to yourself. I don't want nothing to do with that shit. But that doesn't take away from the fact that it's not going to be easy for any of us. We're all going to have our own like new beginnings, Mars energy in any type of way, shape, or form. Just be prepared. You know what I'm saying? Be armed. You see my man's, he's choosing chaos, but even in the midst of choosing chaos, he is moving in a space where like I'm ready, I'm poised, I'm confident, I'm courageous. I'm not so much as attacking as much as I am just ready. You know what I'm saying? So be ready, because you are the writer of your story. So I mean, if you guys want to be in Mad Max, if y'all want to be a jarhead on the forefront, knocking y'all heads into, whoever the fuck it is y'all think y'all gonna fight or whatever, hey, that's what you want. Remember, you're the one that's creating the story. Now, if you go on the internet and you allow these weird conspiracy theorists to tell y'all and show y'all weird AI photos of how y'all going to go through shit and have to breathe through steampunk mask and have metal arms, and it's gonna be like a Quentin Tarantino movie and shit, and y'all implanting it in y'all head and y'all thinking about it all day and night, and y'all creating it in y'all vortex, and now you guys are building holes outside and you're building like, remember, that's you that's creating it. You're creating it. Same way we created this thing that's happening now. Granted, I don't think we really, maybe some of us did choose Trump to do it. I don't fucking know. The Simpsons did. But I think about that too, because like I remember as a kid, watching stuff on Fox was a family affair. Like we would eat dinner, we would be in front of the TV, we would be Simpsons coming on Sundays at 8 o'clock was a thing. You know what I'm saying? So, and I think that was a part of the game, because if you think about the technology of the TVs back then, they were way better organized than they are now. You know what I'm saying? A lot of this material that we use now is very flimsy and unreliable, and it fucking sucks. But like the old TVs, like this, like we had the TV that was on the floor. Like, I don't know how much I'm showing my age, but we had one of them motherfuckers. We had the floor TV, and then we had the TV on top. That one down there was good for sound. This one up here is good for picture. We had one of those type situations in my crib. So, us sitting around that organite as a family, watching the shit, repeating the shit, ooh and eyeing at the organite and stuff like that. Some of us, even knowingly or unknowingly, like fed the energy, into the waves, into the sound waves, making certain things come true. I mean, but if we had the power to make it come true to some certain extent, we have the power to shift the timelines again now. Like, we don't have to say, oh, Trump gonna do this, but we still want Trump to die. Like, we don't have to add those additives to the story. You know what I'm saying? We have the power to shift things. And I know you guys have been feeling a lot of timeline shifts, because because it's like we're kind of like cherry picking, and I know that makes a lot of people angry, especially when we talk about the past. Like, how you cherry pick the past? Like this motherfucker. I like that part of the past. I like this. I like what y'all used to wear over here, but I want the mindset and the behavior of that. I want to, like, listen, one thing about Sunshine is I'm a cherry picking ass motherfucker. I don't like everything that everybody did all the time. I don't. There's no period of time in history or in the present or in any type of one person where I'm like, ooh, I like that 100%. Like, no, I'm like I cherry pick. So in my reality, in my vortex, I reserve the right to cherry pick. I'm going to cherry pick everything. You feel me? And I suggest y'all cherry pick too. If there's certain parts of the future that you guys know that we've been seeing into fruition, but you don't want to see the whole shit, we have the power to mentally come together and fix that shit. Like, it's ain't no shame in my game, baby. I don't give a fuck. Like, people be thinking they insulting me. You're not insulting me. I know exactly what the fuck I'm doing. I'm being in charge of my reality. This is what the fuck it is. I don't understand. Why is me being in charge of my reality irritate you so much? What are we doing? Anyway, as far as the parts of self to focus on, we're focusing on our tippereth, bringing us back to this fire and energy, the fire in our heart, our confidence and courageousness. This is our sixth Sephiroth, the six of wands. um and oh, it's not connected to anything. We're in Yetzirah, which is the formation. Mercury and Aquarius. So invoking, which right now we are in Mercury and Aquarius in the Vedic realm. So we're invoking the society, just like what I just said. Like some of y'all want that Mad Max reality, Hunger Games head asses. I don't. I don't. I want a Disney movie. I'm living my best life. I'm the witch that y'all come to. Hey, I want a set of legs. I want to be where the people are. Oh, I got you, ho. Like I'm over here. I'm playing in my garden while y'all going through what y'all going through. I don't even know what's happening because I don't got no TV where I'm at. I don't give a fuck. Like that's my reality. That's where I'm gonna be at. Y'all gonna be like, Sunshine is out of touch. Yes, the fuck I am, and I don't care. It's like the more out of touch I am, the less shit will come into my vortex, even by like a no casualties over here, because this shit ain't even in my awareness. You hear me? Like, I don't bring that shit to me. I don't care. It's kind of like gossip. Like, why do you feel comfortable bringing that shit my way? Like, that's how I feel sometimes when people send stuff to my inbox. Did you see this video about the war, about the crime? That's the same thing as telling me that somebody was talking about me and you was sitting in the room listening and you want to bring the gossip my way. Why the fuck do you think I want to read that shit? I don't give a fuck. Why do you think I want that in my mind, on my shoulders, in my head? I don't want that nowhere near me. Bye. Bye, nigga. I'm a whole manifester. I'm gonna need y'all to be more aware of the fact that I'm a fucking manifester and I'm a master number manifester at that. I don't want to see that shit. I don't want to hear that shit. Get it the fuck away from me. If it's not about happiness and joy, I don't want to see it. I don't care. I don't care. Say it with me. Sunshine don't care. But we're going to focus on our SOL, our solar plexus chakra, having a sense of enlightenment, introspection. Really, like I know a lot of people want to gloom and doom this Cancer and Mars, but I think that Cancer and Mars is a wonderful space to be in right now to really slow down on our solar plexus chakra and give us an opportunity to be methodical with how we want the flowers to bloom in our garden, especially when the sun starts to get close to Chiron. How do you want to experience these wounds in your space? You know what I'm saying? I want to experience these wounds in my space on my land. On my motherfucking land, bro. Like, that's where I want. If I could drag my mama with me, I would. And I'm working on it because I've been watching Dexter, and Dexter finally to the point in Original Sin where he started correlating your body weight and height and shit to how much horse tranquilizer. And I'm about to write that shit down, knock my mama out, and bring her the fuck on. Because she playing, and I don't know why she playing with me. Because my Chiron is in Cancer, and my home and family wounds, my mother wounds, it's certain things that I'm just not trying to experience. So bring your ass. Bring your motherfucking ass. But good health is heavy here. We got the 6 and 3, still bringing us to that 6. 3 is expression and experience, and brings us to 9, giving birth to, so we get a nice 3, 6, and 9 situation on our good health. See my man's, he's experiencing the sun, expressing an emotion. So we're really focused on our solar plexus chakra. That Mars and Saturn placement is on the forefront in today's reading today. Again, this is bringing us to our wealth, Mercury and Jupiter, expansion and abundance to what we're invoking in our space. Being generous and being optimistic, right? Sunshine don't care. Yeah, that's my campaign when I run for president. Sunshine don't care. When they ask me questions, Sunshine don't care. Do y'all want to know what I'm about to do? I'm about to do some shit, but Sunshine don't care. You better preach, Sunshine. Figure of speech. You speaking serious, not right? I do my best. Yeah, we manifested his ass by resisting him. Yeah, and we manifested a lot. We had a whole year with Mercury sitting in Gemini. And when Mercury was in Gemini, it was invoking a lot of shit. And I think that's when we had a nice little planetary line up in Gemini. Shit was getting weird over there. And they probably was over there doing a seance. And it was the whole thing. Okay, you do have a degree in criminal justice. Okay, I'm like, bro, you should be in some type of criminal justice type of joint if you're not already doing it. I felt that with all your seventh house and stuff. But yeah, so this is the vibe today. Focus on your solar plexus chakra, being, optimistic, open to, the different things and all that fun stuff. But that's what I got for y'all today, The word of the day is sunshine don't give a fuck. So why do you? But you pick and choose what you care about. And one thing I've noticed, when whatever I give my energy to, that's what I'm manifesting in my space. So if you know for a fact that there's certain things that you just don't want to manifest in your space, like you have the right, you have the power to not give your energy to it, right? And yeah. I will focus on that today too, as Juno enters Sagittarius, giving you the expansion, the generosity, the abundance, and the optimism in your one-on-one relationship, your romantic pursuits. If you guys are already in romantic pursuits, if you want to enter romantic pursuits, all those things. Like the world is yours. You can do whatever you want. You want to have holes in different area codes. It's your motherfucking world. You want to be monogamous or secluded on an island. It's also your fucking world. But once y'all start going into that, oh, things didn't go my way today. I hate all niggas. Guess what? You're gonna keep having that back and forth. It's gonna be like Pisces winter time in your life all the time. You know what I'm saying? It's always gonna be back and forth, back and forth. One day we hot. What was that? The Katy Perry song? You're hot and you're cold. You're yes, you're no. That's what you're attracting in your reality. Because every time things don't go your way, you're having a temper tantrum, and you start retracting and reneging on everything you just manifested because your feelings hurt, and then your feelings is all amplified and all that shit. So you're doing it with your feelings all up in the air and open and shit, and then you wonder why that shit came a whole lot faster, because you was calm, cool, and collected when you was saying what you wanted. You was all taking deep breaths and sitting in front of a candle and listening to some Enya and yeah, I want this, I want that. But now you didn't get what you want. Oh, fuck this, fuck that. Yeah, you gonna get this, fuck that shit a whole lot faster. You know what I'm saying? So like, watch yourselves. Watch what you want to give your energy to, the reality you want to live in. Like, the power is yours, you know what I'm saying? Just like, what do you want to do with it? The fortune over here right now is in Aquarius in the third house, so community and communication in that realm of society and detachment skills and stuff like that. That's where, that's where the coins, that's where the gold is, the money. Um, we got the first house in Scorpio, second house of priorities is in Sagittarius. The third house of community is in Capricorn. The fourth house of home and family is in Aquarius. The fifth house and the sixth house are both in Aries. The seventh house is in Taurus. The eighth house is in Gemini. The ninth house is in Cancer. The 10th house is in Leo. Tapping into that inner child. It's gonna get you somewhere today. The 11th and 12th house are over there in Libra, so justice and harmony and fairness. So pay attention to shit that's on C-SPAN or CNA if that's the stuff you guys want to focus on. But a lot of that, if you guys are paying attention to it and writing notes, is spiritual. It's spiritual. And for those of you guys who are mediums that can look at the physical world and physical interactions and automatically see what's spiritually happening, you guys are dope. I love doing that shit. Do y'all be doing that shit? I love doing that shit. I be looking at, I don't know if it's the Draconic Saturn return or what, but I be looking at regular shit and I like my eyes automatically see like, oh, I know what this is. I know what's happening on a spiritual level. Like, y'all got it. Especially when you learn like people's sun signs, because your sun is your vitality, your energy, the kind of experience that you provide, you know. And so when you see somebody and you say, oh, their sun sign is this, well, that's the kind of experience that they're providing you. You know what I'm saying? So, you see a Gemini. What is Elon Musk's sun sign? I never cared, but for the sake of conversation, his face bothers me. He looks like that fish off of Hellboy. He's a Cancer. Oh, I can't stand Cancers. That's why. That's why he gets on my nerves. He's a moon. He's a Virgo moon, though. I love Virgo moons. Virgo moons. I think that's a very cool space for Virgo is in the moon, but they can be lost in the sauce. They can be a little lost in the sauce. But okay, so he is giving you the home and family shit. So like him being on stage with his son on his head. Yo, his son is a menace. What's the sun sign? I know that nigga's like a Scorpio, something demonic. Bro, that boy is a menace. But yeah, so him showing like, his connectivity to his family and his, having his children there in the White House and all that shit like that. That's authentic. He's just a weirdo. He's a Virgo moon. He has no choice but to be weird. Hell yeah, we can be, this is the truth for sure, right? He's fixed summertime. So in the summertime, my man's gonna get it cooking cracking. And then Gemini, we got the Gemini experience, which is intellect. We got the can. Why isn't he vice president? Is he like secretly vice president and we don't know it? Because no disrespect to the actual vice president, but I see this guy way more. I guess he's a we gonna assume that he's a Scorpio or a Capricorn. Either way, motherfucker's a menace. Mark Zuckerberg is a Taurus. I don't like him, but I see that Taurus energy. He does bring the connection of the physical to the non-physical together quite nicely. Bill Gates is a Scorpio. I don't like that man's face neither. These are like the demons of the zodiac experiences. But mm, mm, mm. You like your moon sign? I like my moon sign. It's fun there. It's nothing wrong with it. It just like it just puts you in a weird space sometimes. It could be very underrated. Virgo moon, right? But yeah, look at the people's sun sign as this is the experience that they're giving you. Their moon sign is how they are going to nurture you. Their rising sign is the aura. So you can play that game of like chemical equations with people's aura, right? If my aura is Leo and your aura is Aries, we both got fire auras. May the best aura win. It's fire on fire. So we got to learn how to communicate with one each other because my fire is more so to my heart and my emotions, and your fire is more towards your gut and your intellect. You know what I'm saying? So, have there's a way where you can allow those fires to align with one another and get along, but there's also a way you can let those fires fuck shit up on each other too. So, same thing with Mercury. Like this is the kind of communication you're gonna have. Venus, this is the kind of love and relationship. Mars, this is the, aggressive, assertive energy. So when you're around personifications of this energetic field, because that's all these bodies are, is personifications. They're vessels to the energy. Realize the energy is way bigger and it's all around, above and beyond, and inside of the vessel. It'll help you like to digest a lot of the different energy exchanges with people a whole lot different. Like, bro, this is why you're doing that. This is the experience that you're providing. How do you figure out aura? You can figure out the aura in a couple different ways. The aura can be your rising sign because that's the energy you give off. And then, but if you want to be real intricate with it, says Virgo, you can calculate it. You need to show up to my energy awareness course on Sunday, but you can calculate it based upon like your planetary placements throughout your chart and how they're aligned in your chakras, and then your rising sign, your crown chakra space and above that will show like how you're giving off that energy, based upon the alignments and the balance of each planet. But that's the detailed way. But like in a just your rising sign. You can even go like, well, no, your north and south node is more so your spiritual experience that you're doing with your aura. But yeah. Look at the name of all Elon's kids. I swear that shit is crazy. I don't even know the name of that nigga kids. Oh, no, don't he got a kid named Apple or something? Don't somebody got an Apple kid? Tau Techno Mechanicus. Oh, Mechanicus, that's fire. Mechanicus. Mechanicus. I would name like my lizard Mechanicus. Nevada, Kai, Saxon, Griffin, Damien. Oh, of course he has a Damien. I told you. I knew it. I knew he was going to have some demonic child somewhere in this joint. Their last name is Musk, though. Don't that mean stinky? One passed away. Oh, that's Nevada? Okay. He has SIDS. Oh, that's that's stressful. Dang, I didn't know that there were certain laws against what kind of name you can give your child. This man was trying to break laws and shit. Zakai, Saxon, and Damien. They're all IVF children. They're not even real kids. They're like little test tube babies. Sorry if some of you guys were made out of IVF, but like they're not even. Yeah, like why is everybody a surrogate or IVS? Why is none of the kids like natural? What's wrong here? Right. Did you guys notice that these kids aren't like natural? Well, I'm assuming that his most recent ones are because they didn't include IVF or anything, but his initial kids um are are all. Yeah, this guy's not a human. I don't know what the fuck is going on. I'm waiting. I'm waiting for their jig to be up too. Like it's kind of like they're exposing stuff, but then it comes out that they are also weird. Hopefully by then, it won't be too late. I don't know. It just keeps getting weirder and weirder. I was gonna say Elon isn't human, and now I think that that even more with his children not being natural. Right, right. He does have some very odd energy towards him. I seen like his parents did some interviews trying to humanize him, and they had some really like handsome photos of him when he was younger. I was like, y'all really edited these Jones, cause ain't no way. um. I always wonder that about these people on the screens because like all right, I would think that if there was ever a time I like me personally, if I became famous, I would think all of y'all would pull up. You know what I'm saying? Like not even on no weird shit. I think all of y'all do like interviews like, "Yo, I know Sunshine. I met Sunshine. I know Sunshine." I would assume that that would be something that would happen. Everybody I knew from high school, middle school, elementary school, teachers. I still fuck with middle school teachers I had. You know what I'm saying? Like I still like I had high school teachers that showed up to my baby shower. Like I feel like there's a huge community of people that would pull up and say, I know Sunshine. I know her. I met her. Be all up on their social medias. Like, I know that. I know her. Like, I don't ever see that with none of these people on these screens. It's never nobody like, yeah. It's always like one or two people. Every time they want to humanize themselves, it's always one or two people that might pull up out the woodwork, like, yeah, they were such a great kid. Da, da, da. But it's never like a full, like, oh yeah, she was the class of 2008 and here go the whole class and here go her friends and prom pictures and these are her friends that she still has to this day. Like granted, I don't really have too many friends that I still rock with, but I have no doubt in my mind they would probably come out the woodwork and try to start telling old business and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I have no doubt in my mind it would happen. And I'm like wondering, like, bro, where's y'all origin stories at? Like, you're not about to sprinkle five people. Like, you're fucking 40, 50 years old, and you've only touched four people in your life. Nigga, I'm regular, and I've touched thousands of people in my existence. Tens of thousands of people I have touched in my existence already, there's no way. I don't know. I don't believe it. It's very weird to me. Yeah, they were IVF until they created AI human. Oh, that's why they didn't put that shit, right? Elon's dad don't like him though, and most of these celebrities are clones and from ADD people. Yeah, whenever I look at celebrities, you know what I think of? I think of the Mummy, where they had the book and he was trying to bring back his girlfriend or his wife or whatever, and that's what I think of when I see Jay-Z and Beyonce. I'm like, bro, y'all is the Mummy. It looked like them two kind of been together for lifetimes. You know what I mean? When they started trying to play that pedophile shit with them or whatever, and they were showing old videos about like, see, she was only 13, and they get kind of nervous when they talk about their origin story and how they met. I'm like, that's not why they getting nervous. They getting nervous because they about to start talking about how they met in Egypt in BC 3500 and shit. That's why. They didn't get their story together yet. That's why they fucking nervous. Them niggas is from lifetimes ago. You know, she a Scorpio moon and he's a Sagittarius. I don't know what the fuck his moon is. I don't give a fuck. Sunshine doesn't care. But I don't know. Them people, them two, they've been together for a very long time. Very long time. The people we see now are, I don't know what they are, but it's not Bay and Jay. What was it ever a Bay and J? That's what I was thinking. Like, was it ever them? Like, like I said, like the Mummy. Like, maybe they took these two young kids' bodies and the souls went into their bodies, and they've been using the bodies this whole time. You know what I'm saying? And now they got all the sleeves, like that AI Netflix sleeve movie or some shit. Yeah, she's a Virgo with a Scorpio moon. Like, what the fuck? Like, this bitch been here for centuries. This lady has been here for centuries. She's not, they're kind of like, what was that? What's that movie, Hocus Pocus, where they gotta suck the energy out of the youth? They bring on all these young kid artists. They suck the energy off of them, and then you wonder why all these young artists be looking old as shit, and everybody else is aging backwards. I know. Ellen DeGeneres almost told on all you motherfuckers because she's a fucking imp. Then Kendrick Lamar, everybody singing that song because they think that he talking about racism. This motherfucker talking about aliens. He ain't talking about none of you motherfuckers. I only say that because we grew up with them. RT to sleep is what we see. Centuries is an understatement. Eons, yeah, they've been together for a long time. They've been together for a lot of lives. Now, maybe they were in different bodies. Maybe they didn't always look like Beyonce and Jay-Z. Maybe those are bodies they infiltrated in this life. And they just been creating those bodies over and over again or whatever. But I don't know, it's something about the energy. You just feel real old. And it seemed like it's starting to, like, when you watch old videos of them before and videos of them now, like, the energy ain't that different. Like, it's not that different. And I don't know, maybe you could watch old videos of yourself and your childlike energy, and maybe it's like, I know my energy is old, you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of the shit that I do now, I used to do when I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I wanted to play with herbs and I wanted to make my own potions. And yeah, I gave a fuck about the stars and, all that stuff. And yeah, I used to talk to spirits when I was a kid and, all that. In fact, I used to see them a whole lot easier than I see them now because I was more open to it, And my grandma, I never had nobody in my life telling me that I was seeing things or I was playing make believe. I had people in my life that were like, yeah, I do that shit too. Like, of course you do it. You know what I'm saying? So, I know I'm old. It's just interesting when you see other old niggas. I don't know. It's like the energy just didn't change. It's very weird. Um, Maybe that's just taking the wool off of all of our eyes as a collective. Like, maybe we're all starting to realize how old our energies are or something. I don't know. Yeah, Kendrick definitely. That nigga's an imp. I was telling my homegirl, I was like, I don't understand how anybody find that man attractive. That he is, maybe because I see his energy more than I see his physical body, but that is an ugly man. He is an imp. It's a whole fucking big-eared gremlin that got fed after midnight, bro. I swear, you can't convince me otherwise. I don't see how nobody could see that shit. Way older than I would like to be. Right? It's like I'm old, but I'm young too. And that's why after a while it feels like your human vessel does have to open up and let your spirit go, because the human vessel does start to hold your spirit back. But if some people are just so obsessed with being in the physical life, like they'll do anything to stay here. And it's like that's not a part of the game though. And I think that's a lot of what this alignment in Pisces and Aries is doing for us too. You know, a lot of people have been holding on to their physical bodies for way longer than they should be. And it's okay to let go. Especially if you know how to do your energies and all that stuff. You know, it's selfish to cry at people's funerals. You got to see people off. You got to dance. You got to do the. That's why I like New Orleans going away parties and shit. But it's okay. Mhm. Yeah, don't you know how to play the game? And he had the controller there. Cause Sony is, you know, I remember when Michael Jackson did his whole live situation and he was like, Sony is the devil or whatever. So when I seen that shit, I'm like, yeah, I ain't never been on no PlayStation type time. It's Xbox, baby. It's like, I got Microsoft around here, cuz. But no, I was just fucking around. Um, yeah, it's a game. It's all a game. You just gotta learn how to play the game. But a lot of people aren't even aware that it's a game to begin with. You think about it like the world is really a stage. You know, the sun sheds light on the stage. That's the spotlight. We get our energy from the sun. We animate through the sun. That's the spotlight on the stage. And we're supposed to be having fun here, but niggas is sucking the fun out of everything. You know? Pull that sun card. That knowledge being born. That whole card situation blew my fucking mind. From the Sun card to the Wheel of Fortune card to the Magician card. Like that's where we at. Apple, Uncle Sam, New Flag. Okay, right. Do I used to mess with crypto. I used to. Then I kind of like fell off, and I never went back. It just seemed like a boring. It's a fun game, but like I said, everybody sucked the fun out of everything. Everything's so serious. The life is game. Good morning from Greece. Oh, Greece. Hey, McMurphy. That's cool. Peace to you. What's a good platform to start with? I was on MetaTrader. MetaTrader and TradingView. I was on there. Robinhood was a cool one, but I was with Robinhood in the beginning, when they started doing weird shit. So I kind of fell off Robinhood. But I like MetaTrader. And then I heard that Hugo's Way is not a broker on MetaTrader anymore, which is a little disheartening. I think Owanda you can definitely use on TradingView, but I don't know if they're on MetaTrader. I hear about XRP a lot. XRP and Doge. Then I heard Trump had his own coin. I'm gonna buy some stuff because I know when March hits, when we experience this tropical New Year's, I'm gonna be mad if I don't put my money towards something. I'm gonna be so hot. It's all going to hit. Yeah, that's where I was at with it. I like Trading View a lot though. I like how you could play around with the indicators, but that's why I also like MetaTrader. Get XRP. Yeah. I hear about that a lot. XRP and Doge. And then everybody's like, get silver, get gold. I'm like, you humans, you guys are obsessed with rocks. It's hilarious. Like we did this already. There go with the cherry picking again. We don't like the economic system, but we want to go back to carrying gold. I ain't mad though. Everybody's entitled to create the reality they want to create. I'm definitely gonna invest in that XRP though. But I'm gonna let y'all go. I'm finna ball up, and I'll be back here tomorrow. Um, but yeah, make sure you guys check out my Yeah, I'm ready for money to be done completely as well too. I don't know, certain energies that like to stay in authority and like to be all powerful. I don't know what the fuck they gonna do in response to the shit being gone, but yeah, I'm over it. It been lost its sparkle in my life. I'm done. That part of the video game is really boring and played out and dry. But yeah, I'm gonna chat with y'all tomorrow. Don't forget, hit up my link tree so you guys can RSVP for this Sunday's energy awareness course. We're gonna talk about, the Sephiroth and the Netarus and the different ways you can utilize them with your astrological charts, especially for my people that want to master like manifesting or, you know, going from the physical to the non-physical or the non-physical to the physical. Like I'm real excited, and we like it here. So, peace, peace, y'all.